What's going on, guys? This is Rob, and I don't know why I intro the video that way. All right, I want to talk to you guys about life's learning curve. Here's the interesting thing about life. I've told you guys before, and I'll say it again. I don't have it all figured out, and nobody ever does. Nobody ever has it all figured out, right? Like nobody ever has the answers to everything, because everybody's life is unique and interesting. Even if our life is a hair different from somebody else's, it's still different. And so the only thing that we can ever really do in this world is make our way as best we can and take life's lessons and move forward accordingly. And so I was talking to a buddy of mine. He hit me up, after that whole, the whole breakup situation. He says, "Hey man, how's everything going? All that kind of stuff, checking in on me and everything." And I was like, "Yeah." Told him what was going on and what I was thinking. And he says, "Okay." He's like, "I want you to go read a book." And I said, "Okay." And because he's got interesting philosophies on life. And he says, I want you to go buy this book and I want you to read it cover to cover. And I said, "Okay." And I did. Read this thing front to back. It's a book called The Rational Male. And it is one of the most illuminating books that I think I've ever read. I mean, well, I shouldn't say the most illuminating, because there were a lot of things in there that it taught me that I already knew, or at least told me about that I already knew. And then there were things that it told me that I didn't know. But see, to me, it's important to read books like that. It's important to sit down and to expand your own knowledge, because this book has really impacted the way that I view view women and the way that I view relationships and different things like that. And I guess time will tell if it's for the better, but it's important to read different philosophical views and different ideologies and adopt those ideologies into your own life, because life is nothing if not just a giant learning curve. That's all it ever is. The learning never ends. I mean, from the day you're born until the day you die, you're always learning, and you're always figuring things out, and you're always gaining a better understanding of yourself. But that book right there has had a pretty big. I mean, I thought about that book for like 3 or 4 days, and I was just like, God, there are so many good points that it makes. And the reality is, while maybe not all of those points I would adopt, a good portion of them I would. And it's kind of cool, because what that does is it goes towards the ever-growing experience of or I guess the ever-growing answer to the question, who is Rob Jefferson? But nonetheless, for a lot of you guys out there, because here's the important thing. I know a lot of you guys are pretty young. A lot of you guys are younger people. You might be in your teenage years, might be in your early 20s or something along those lines. Just remember, the learning never ends. The learning goes on forever and ever and ever and ever, and it never stops. Who you are yesterday is not the same person that you're going to be today. And who you are today is not the same person you're going to be tomorrow. Things will happen, and it'll be a wide array of experiences. Sometimes you'll have things that will shake your confidence to your core. It'll crush your ego, and it'll turn you upside down. It'll turn your life inside out, and you'll feel like the ground's just shattered out from under you. And other times it won't be nearly as severe. It'll just be like, man, that sucks. And that'll be it. But it will impact you. And how you handle things going forward is the definition of you as a person. Confidence, for example, plays a big role in that. That's one of the big things that's kind of interesting. People ask the question, like, what is confidence really? Confidence is a recognition that you might fail, but the willingness to try anyway. That's what confidence is. Confidence is just experience, just getting out there and just saying, like, I've been down this road before, so I can handle this situation. That's all it is. Not really letting things shake you so bad that you just kind of give up and you quit. You're going to stumble, you're going to fall, but you got to get back up and you got to keep on going. That's the nature of things. That's the nature of the world. But still, you're going to have a wide array and you're going to have great experiences. Life's not terrible, right? I mean, it's not the worst thing ever. I remember watching the movie Halloween, and there was the new one that just came out, which is actually incredibly good, and I would highly suggest you guys check it out. But there's this point when Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter is talking to Jamie Lee Curtis, and she says, well, the world's not as bad as you think it is. It's not a terrible, dark place. It's filled with kindness and understanding. And I couldn't help but laugh a little bit. And I'm like, yeah, she's kind of naive. But like, the world's not totally dark, but it's not the greatest place ever. It's just somewhere in the middle. And all you can ever really do is just make your way through that somewhere in the middle and do the best you can. That's all that can ever really happen. And that's the beauty of life, though. That's the great thing about it, is you'll have a whole bunch of experiences, and you'll learn a whole bunch of things, and you'll see a bunch of things, and you'll do a bunch of things, and you'll have things done to you, and you'll have things said to you, and you'll say things to other people, and you'll do things to other people, and they'll all have an impact, and they'll all change how you view the world. They'll all change how you see yourself. And going forward, how you conduct yourself, that's the reflection of you as a person. That's the reflection of the kind of person that you're becoming. So I don't know. Anyway, I mean, it's a pretty short video. What is this? 5 minutes? So a pretty short video, like 5 minutes, nothing too lengthy. This video didn't really need to be, but nonetheless, you know, life is really just one big learning experience. Take every experience you have, everything that ever happens, learn from it and move on. Learn what you need to learn and just go forward from there. So no, I would highly suggest this book, The Rational Male. I would highly suggest that guys read this. And I would suggest that women read this too, because you can take the concept in this book and you can apply it to women as well. I'm sorry, to men as well. So it's a pretty solid book. You know, it's one that I would highly suggest that you guys check out. But no, okay. So here's my question: what other books like this would you guys suggest? Because this is actually pretty solid. Rollo Tomasi. I wonder if he's related to Peter Tomasi. The comic book guy. But no, I mean, like, suggest other books like this, because this is actually pretty solid. It's a pretty cool book. And yeah, so with that being said, guys, we're going to bring this video to an end, and I will catch you all later. Peace.